What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are going to be doing another market analysis on the Sword and Shield era. And what we have here is the perfect storm. And the reason why I'm saying that is because everything is in place for booster boxes, at least the top ones and some of the mid-tier ones, just in place for them to rise. Like literally take off in ways that people aren't expecting, and that's why I feel like people are kind of sitting comfortably with these prices. But I think that after you see what we have here and what the market is doing, you'll know that it's either you get in now or it's going to actually start taking off, and you're going to have to pay much more money just to get in on some of these boxes. So let's get right to it. We're starting here with Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies, there's no breaking news about Evolving Skies, right? We already know what's happening. It's getting to the point where it's gonna reach $2,500, $2,500. Yes, it's getting there. Last sold was $2,435. The next lowest listed is right there as well. I don't think guys want to go below that price point. They want to make their money. People see the value in this box. It's the greatest box they've seen in a very long time, if not the greatest. This is just, that guy flexing at the gym. This is just a guy that's already been accomplished. He's already lifted all the weights in the gym. You're like thinking about naming the gym after him. This is just a big boy flexing, right? This is just, it's the only reason why I have Evolving Skies here, just because it's part of the Sword and Shield era. It's amazing. It's doing amazing things. I can't believe it. It's nuts. I don't have anything for Evolving Skies, and I wish I did. I had an opportunity to get things when it was like 1,300 earlier this year, and I didn't. I was too afraid, I guess you could say. But yeah, moving on to the next one, where people believe that Crown Zenith, not being talked about is actually affecting it in some kind of way. But it's not. It has continued to gradually keep climbing, even within the last month. Being up just that little 5%, it doesn't matter. The fact that it's gradually growing, just continuous growth, is what matters here. The box continues to sell. I mean, of course, sales will drop a bit as the box continues to grow in value. A lot of other people become priced out, and it's fine. But sooner rather than later, this box will be a $200 box. Market is at 184, but you see lowest listed at 190. And if you start looking for all the other listed prices there, you're gonna see it start climbing. So it won't be much longer before this box will be at $200. Of course, this is one of the greatest sets we've ever seen as well. People love opening a set they can enjoy because they're just gonna get hit after hit, and the art is beautiful within this box. We already know that. Great set. We already know what it's doing. Don't miss out on Crown Zenith, that's for sure. One of the more affordable products to get within the Sword and Shield era that is actually worth getting. Now, we're going to go into two boxes that people keep talking about continuously and debating on whether they think one or the other is going to be greater or more valued. Now, that's Fusion Strike and Lost Origin. The first things I'm going to do is point out where the boxes are headed. Market for Fusion Strike is $744, right? But the most recently sold is $815. The lowest listed is $813 plus about $10 shipping. Guys, this is the lowest listed. Market is $744, but you will not find a buy below this price point right here. It's basically an $800 box already. It's already basically an $800 box. Of course, we need more sales for it to show that the market has accepted that $800 price point. But we have a few already as of late. The last three are at $800. We had another one before that at $790. Just things creeping up and getting closer and closer. You're gonna have to really find some nice deals on eBay or Facebook, or make some kind of nice trades so that you can actually get into this box at a better price point, because this box is set to take off this market price. Like I said before, the perfect storm is this. The fact that there are no prices below that already set market price, and it's just gonna jump. It's gonna take this insane leap once these sales just keep flowing in. That market price will reach $800 and more. because they're not stopping at 800. And if you look down on these sales down here, when you go to the next ones, to the actual boxes, because you have like 3-pack blisters and sleeves listed there, it's just climbing. There's one more at 813. Then you have 820 with shipping as well, 825 with shipping, 850, $850. That's 4 sales away, guys. Sorry, 3, because this is actually the lowest listed, which is being shown on top. 3 sales away from the next box being $850. That's insane. This box, this price is going to jump dramatically. Now, the same thing is occurring right now with Lost Origin. Market price right now for it is $535. Most recently sold at $595. Basically, we're gonna ignore those 50 cents. Next lowest listed is $600, guys. $50. No, sorry. $65 above that set market price. Just $6 above the most recently sold. But this box is also going to be taking leaps, guys. The most recently sold is the only one that's well above that price point. I lied. There was another one here that I didn't see at $597. Yeah. Guys are going to buy this box. This box is the next most affordable box that's going to take off. They're going to buy it. And once again, you start looking at the boxes, which you have to go to like the second or third page usually. You have 600, 600, 630, 650, $650. Well over $100 above that current market price. And you are 5 sales away from seeing, sorry, 6, nope, yep, 5 sales away from seeing this box be bought at $650, guys. Like I said, the perfect storm. This is what will make these boxes take these huge leaps. Insane, crazy boxes right now. Like what's happening in the Sword and Shield era. This is the perfect storm. Now, people keep debating, I don't know why, between Fusion and Lost Origin, and that's the only reason why I'm entertaining this. This is Fusion Strike. It's an insane set. Gengar, the Espeon, the Muse in it, the Celebi, being compared to the Giratina, basically just the Giratina. The Aerodactyl is pretty nice, nowhere near as popular as Celebi, Mew, or whatever else is in there. The Espeon, the Rotom, you can ignore the Rotom. Of course, we've got the trainer gallery. You don't ignore the trainer gallery. You got this nice Pikachu VMAX. It's pretty cool. The Pikachus are nice, but it just doesn't compare to what Fusion has to offer, and that's why we're seeing this box do what it's doing. Insane box. Now we're gonna move into Chilling Reign, which is in a weird position. Still the perfect storm for this box as well. In a weird position, I mean, as in like its ranking. It seems to be like right in between the mid-tier sets and the top-tier sets. I almost want to put it in its own like category, but if anything, I would put it in with the mid-tier sets. But it is the top mid-tier set. And yeah, once again, market price is at $418. The lowest listed is $420 with $15 shipping. You always have to consider that. They're definitely just sneaking that money in there. And if you look for the next lowest listed after that, it's $430 and $450. These boxes are taking leaps. They're ready. They're just, if you realize, each one of these boxes are like 3 or 4 sales away from a huge leap. That's going to definitely impact that market price, and it's just going to keep climbing on from there. From this box and up, Chilling, Lost, and Fusion are going to be insane in the next few weeks. If it takes a month, I doubt it, but for sure the next few weeks are going to be insane. The leaps that these boxes are going to take are going to be crazy. Now, we're going to move into the next conversation, which I think is a more reasonable conversation between the mid-tier sets. People keep being, they're having a hard time trying to decide on what to buy into, and I understand it, because these boxes are really close in value. But I don't think they're close in what the sets actually have to offer, in my opinion. We're going to start off with Silver Tempest, which has been quietly but surely climbing. You know, I've heard a lot about Silver Tempest having so much available on the market, and that's why it wasn't being valued as much as Brilliant, or being valued as much as Astro Radiance for a little while there. But after a certain point, you gotta really acknowledge what's in the set, and even though this box doesn't have a ton of art, it does have that amazing Lugia. And I think we have to stop and think about what Lugias have done in the past in the Pokemon market. Lugias are loved by many and have always probably will be very, very valuable. Another thing that I think about when I think about Silver Tempest, or at least even the Sword and Shield era, the moment I think about the Sword and Shield era and I think about the great cards in it, I automatically, and you know, you guys can tell me in the comments what you guys feel about this, I automatically think about 4 cards. And the 4 cards are the Umbreon, the Gengar from Fusion Strike, of course, the Giratina from Lost Origin, and the Lugia V right here from Silver Tempest. Sometimes that Blaziken comes into mind, but I think this card is much better than that Blaziken from Chilling Reign. So in reality, I just think about those are like the main cards that really pop into my head once I think about the Sword and Shield era, which I think speaks volumes as to what this card can do in the near future or in the far future. And I think that really will be enough to carry this Silver Tempest set. And so the other boxes are clearly Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance, which people are kind of debating, or maybe they're conflicted as to which boxes to buy. Of course, Brilliant Stars has that nice market price at $410, more recently sold at $420. Once again, boxes that are basically set to climb a few sales away from above market, and even more after that. If you go to the next page, 430, 420, it looks like 420, but it's really 435 with shipping. And from there on, you can see the prices here, guys. 450, 440, 460. They're gonna start taking off. Once again, like I said, the perfect storm. That's Brilliant Stars. Astral Radiance, though, people have kind of backed away from it, and I don't blame them, right? So I was talking about the Silver Tempest Lugia. Brilliant Stars, like, I don't think about that top chase. That Charizard card is a nice card, but it's not one of the top arts, in my opinion, that come into mind when it comes to the top 4, top 5. It does not come into mind. The Machamp V also doesn't come into mind, right? We look at these sets, and the Charizard, even though it's a really nice card, it's even got an Arceus here to back it. Not the greatest when it comes to the top 5. It is a really nice card, like I said, but it doesn't compare to those. It really doesn't hold a candle to that Lugia, in my opinion. Of course, we won't ignore the trainer gallery within Brilliant Stars. I love this trip. This is my favorite trainer gallery. It is an amazing trainer gallery. I pulled this card right here myself. I haven't pulled the Umbreons. I have this Sylveon V. I really do love this set. I do. But when it comes to just hit for hit, kind of like the Giratina in my mind, that Lugia, man, that Lugia is going to do really well in the future. It's going to age incredibly well. But Brilliant has this trainer gallery to back it, and that's why I would say it is ahead of Astral Radiance. So I hope this right here helps you guys who are conflicted when it comes to buying into some of these boxes. Not saying that Astral Radiance is a bad box, but when it comes to these 3, I think that you really need to round it down to Brilliant and Lugia and what you believe these sets can really do in the long term. Like I said, I think that the real battle is just between Silver and Brilliant. I think that Brilliant's well-roundedness with this trainer gallery is really what's going to help it leap forward ahead of Silver, but Silver's going to be right on its tail the whole way up. Of course, I did pull up the Astral Radiance singles here. The Machamp V, while it's a cool and fun card, and like I said, it doesn't even hold a candle. Doesn't hold a candle to that Lugia. The Palkia is amazing as well. The Beedrill is kind of nice. Of course, there's the trainer gallery. I pulled this Starmie. It's an amazing card. Still, like I said, does not hold a candle to that Lugia. The Garchomp is nice. Not a bad set whatsoever. But still, just between these 3, this is definitely going to be the bottom of the barrel of the 3. So just keep that in mind. At least I hope this really helps, because I know that a lot of guys they're really conflicted when it comes to these 3 boxes, and I understand it, because I was also feeling the same way at some point. But I've kind of really made my decision on it, and I've really taken the time to look at these sets and what they can offer now or in the future. So I hope that helped. Next, we're going to be moving on to celebrations. Now, The funny thing about celebrations is that I made a video about 3 or 4 months ago, and I know I'm a really small channel. I made a video that said the next investment, and it was celebrations, and it was about 3 or 4 months ago. And this box, just going by this chart, if we're going exactly 3 months ago, even if you go about 4 months ago, it was always in the 130s. And I remember it being in the 130s, and I kept trying to preach in that video that it was going to climb, and it's literally doubled in value. And it's still climbing. The most recently sold is above market price, and it's going to keep climbing, guys. It's going to keep climbing. These guys see the possible gains because of the 30th anniversary next year, and this should have been a buy for a lot of people 3 months ago, around this time here, in March and April. And there was this nice area here. But this was also the TCG Mayhem event where people bought everything. So people should have been making some smart plays around here at that time, when some people like myself, a very small channel though, was advising to do so, just because you kind of saw it. It was like a clear play, and people still ignored it. But that's all right. I just wanted to point that out. Next will be Battle Styles. Now, we're here at Battle Styles not to talk about it by itself. We're going to talk about Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles. Why? Because Vivid Voltage doesn't even have an alt art, and for some odd reason, it has surpassed Battle Styles, and it is now at $225. Most recently sold $240. The lowest listed is at $235, still above that market price, which means that it's just going to keep pushing this box up. I'm surprised. I'm baffled, honestly. Look, at some point we're like 6 sales away from $250. Insane to me. I heard a lot about Vivid Voltage having been on the Pokemon Center website for a really long time. I heard a lot of people talk about how much Vivid Voltage there actually is out there. And the same argument goes out with Battle Styles, the amount of product that's out there, how long it was on the Pokemon Center for. But this box at least has alternate arts. This box at least has this amazing Tyranitar. People love this card. This card is amazing. This card was not too long ago at $200, and now it's been dropping like many other singles. And it was at $200 for a very long time, guys. Very long time, well above $200. And I can't believe that this card with others in the set are being looked over. Like this Empoleon is amazing. The fan base Empoleon has, just because of Pip Up alone, and then itself being as cool as it is, I don't know. Like I said, I'm baffled. We look at Vivid Voltage, and all we have is this Rainbow Pikachu VMAX. In my opinion, it's borderline a hideous card. Like, I don't like this card. People hate rainbows these days, and I don't understand why. Maybe is it the amazing rares that are worth $10? I doubt it. I don't understand why this box is being valued more than Battle Styles, and it makes me really question whether it's going to be valued the same way 5 years from now, when people notice that all you have is that Pikachu VMAX in there, that Rainbow Pikachu, and Battle Styles has that Sleepy T-Tar and the Empoleon in it. I mean, I think it's just a much better set. I know Urshifu doesn't have much going behind it when it comes to the fan base, and that's fine. This Empoleon and this Tyranitar should be carrying it well above what Vivid has to offer. Just insane. Something I wanted to just point out there. I don't see it. I don't see it. If I wanted to buy a box, I would still stick to Battle Styles, even though the market at the moment is showing that they prefer Vivid, and I think it's only because of this Pikachu that's on it there. Just that one Pikachu, because Pikachu is a popular Pokemon. Same way how people are buying into Obsidian Flames because of Charizard, even though the set isn't great, right? It's like a low tier set, and people buy it because it's Charizard. And I think the same thing is happening here. Then Darkness Ablaze, another one. Maybe there isn't much on the market, which there isn't. You have 19 other listings here. $250. Most recently sold at $300. This is an absolutely horrid set. This is a horrible set. I don't like this set at all. I don't like the Charizard VMAX in it. Just my opinion. My opinion, I don't see it. And I've been in love with Pokemon since I was 10 years old, and I'm 35. I mean, I don't see it. Don't see it at all. Whatever. We're moving on to the next one, which is Rebel Clash, another box that it's selling more based on scarcity as opposed to actual set value, it is a horrible set. You try to find the average daily sold, and it is non-existent because it isn't sold daily. It's rarely sold. This box is just for collectors that want to have one of almost every box in their collection, and I get it, but this price point for this box is insane. Same thing goes for the next box, the Sword and Shield base booster box. These boxes right here, the sets themselves are horrible. But like I said, this is just literally a box that will never get ripped. Once it's bought, it's just for the collector that wants to have one of these in their collection. But this is insane. That most recently sold at $600. The next lowest available is $600. Yeah, I could not. Like, I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night. For that, I'd rather buy a Lost Origin box that I know, like I said before, is set to just blow up really, really soon. But yeah, guys, that was the market analysis for the Sword and Shield era for week 31. I'll be back with another one of these on Sunday for the Scarlet and Violet era. If you guys didn't see the one for the Scarlet and Violet era, which I actually released last night for week 31 as well, go check it out. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys found value here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace.